the wonderful introduction. I do not know whether I deserve it or not, but still, thanks a lot to you for the nice introduction. Respected Dr. Hema Sharma, President of SD College, Shiarpur, Dr. Savita Gupta, Principal, and the participants. Wish you all a very good evening. And before I start with my talk, I would like to extend my thanks to the president of the college, to the principal of the of this college for making me a part of this intellectual discourse. When Dr. Savita visited me a few days back and she shared with me about this program she's going to hold, I immediately agreed, to participate in this program because the title, the topic, the theme of this FDP, uh, Master AI from classroom to boardroom is, a highly relevant topic in the present era. We have seen many revolutions. I think this is the fourth one. We have seen the first one in 1765 when we went in for mechanization. Then came in electricity, another revolution, then automation, and this is the fourth revolution going on. It started with the coming in of information technology. Then we moved to digitalization, and presently we're talking about artificial intelligence. And the world has always been changing. And in case we look at what is more important in this era of AI is the pace with which the world is changing. Earlier, we witnessed change, as I told you earlier also about that. But the rate at which the world was changing was not very significant. It was not phenomenal. But with the coming in of AI, the rate of change, has become phenomenal. Things are changing overnight. The product, the service, the theory, the principle which is relevant today, maybe by the end of evening, that may become irrelevant. That is the kind of speed with which the changes taking place. And the present world, we call it as VUCA world. VUCA is VUCA. V stands for volatile, U stands for uncertain, C stands for complex, and A stands for ambiguous. So this is the kind of world we are living in. And coming in of AI, I'll say it has actually added fuel to the fire. In an already volatile world, already complex world, wherein the things are changing very fast, AI is further going to increase the rate of change at which the world will be transforming. It is total transformation. It is not only one sector which will experience the impact of AI coming in. Almost all these sectors, they are going to see the impact of you know uh, the impact of this AI will be bringing in. You talk about healthcare. Many of the surgeries, it is not the human being which is doing it. We are talking about the robots doing these surgeries. You talk about transportation. AI-driven vehicles, they have started coming in. Then you talk about education. Education is again one of the field wherein AI will be, will be bringing in phenomenal transformation. Whereas teacher is available in the classroom from maybe 9 a.m. in the morning till 2 p.m. or maybe 3 or 5 or 4 p.m. in the evening. AI will be there available for the students 24/7. Will be attending to all the queries a student will be raising, maybe in the mid of the night. Okay. So AI will be providing much better facilities than a human being will be providing as a teacher. But I'm not saying that the human being as a teacher is they'll become irrelevant, they'll be getting replaced. But what kind of teachers will be in need of? I'll be talking about that after a few minutes, after a few seconds. uh, then everything is changing. In case we look at the kind of investment being made in the development of AI, I was just going through the United Nations report about the developments taking place in this area of AI. So in 2022, they have stated that the investment made in the AI, sorry, 2018, it was 40,000 billion US dollars. And they're expecting that by the end of 2025, the investment in AI related, services products it is going to increase to 160 billion US dollars, means four-fold increase in the AI-related research and development in 4 years. In case we talk about the market share of AI in 2022, the same report talks about the market share in 2022, it was 136 billion US dollars. And by 2033, the market share of AI, related products and services, it is going to increase to 4.8 trillion US dollars. You can see the significant jump this AI-driven products and services will be having at the global level. And in case we look on, onto the contribution of AI into the GDP of various countries. So as per this report, China will be the leading country wherein 26% of their GDP will be coming in from the AI-driven businesses. Then followed by US, wherein 14.3% will be coming in from AI-driven, the businesses. India's data, I was just trying to see how much contribution India will be getting from AI-driven businesses in its GDP. I could not get data, but then there was one report released by Minister of IT and Communication, wherein they were saying that by the year 2027, out of the total GDP of our country, 20% will be coming out of AI-related services. And then, in case we see the further development in the field of AI, so I was just looking into the data, how much patents are being filed by various countries, patents related to AI-driven, services and products. So China is leading at the global level. 4,636 patents were filed in China, which were related to AI-related products and services, followed by US 1,460, and in India we filed 243 patents related to AI-related products and services. And out of the total patents which we filed for various innovations, the patents related to AI, they were 3.4%. So of course, developed countries, they are playing a great role in the areas in the area related to AI. But in case we look onto the underdeveloped and developing countries, this Brazil and Philippines and India, we are doing a great job here. So India is also taking up, is making significant strides in the area related to AI. I was just looking on to one report wherein it stated uh, that India's rank with respect to readiness for frontier technologies, it has improved from 48th in 2022 to 36th in 2024. And Government of India is making special effort for the development of this AI-driven services and products. And government has developed certain institutions like Indian Institute of Technology, Hyderabad, Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur in AI, then Kotak Indian Institute of Science, Artificial Intelligence, and then they have, given some support to National Association of Software and Services Companies for the, for taking this AI driven services to the higher level. So special efforts are being made by the Indian government as well. And further, in case we look on to the status of India among the top 10 developing countries, so India figures as one of the leading countries in the developing countries, wherein the efforts are being made for the development of AI. So in future, I feel that India will be doing a great job related to the development of AI and its use in various sectors. I was talking about the role of this AI in education also. I shared a few minutes back that AI driven educational services, they'll be available 24 by 7 to the students. Unlike the teachers who are, they are available to the students from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the evening. And to remain relevant as the teacher, what I feel is teachers will have to become more competent as compared to the AI. AI-driven education services will have to, become competent, capable of, to such a level that we should be able to answer those queries which actually AI-driven models are not able to answer. And for that, we'll have to do a lot of hard work because, AI will be replacing the traditional services. The services, which can be done uh, without any creativity. And teachers will be needed for, something which is creative, which is something which is, innovative. For that, we need the teachers. And for that, we'll have to work hard, become better than AI-driven models. Only then survival will be possible. And this, what I wanted to say about, AI and the future with these words. Thanks a lot to the organizers. Thanks a lot to the president of the college, to the principal of the college. And I feel that this program will be a great learning experience for all of you. And I'm really happy to see SD College organizing, SD College of Sharpo organizing FDP on such a relevant topic. And I congratulate for this uh, to the principal, to the organizing committee of this FDP, and to the entire governing body of the college. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.
We sincerely thank you, sir, for delivering an insightful lecture on AI. Your valuable perspective and guidance have truly enriched our understanding and inspired us to explore more new possibilities. Thank you so much, sir.
A lot. Thank you.
It is now my privilege to introduce our first resource person for today's session, Dr. Nancy Juneja, a distinguished educationist, corporate trainer, and social activist. Dr. Juneja has been conferred with the highest civilian honor, the Karamveer Chakra by United Nations I Congo, for her exceptional and contributions to education and social empowerment. She is founder of RevUp and co-founder of MentorX, where she provides coaching and mentorship to women leaders, empowering top women executives and entrepreneurs globally. Dr. Juneja's leadership has been instrumental in shaping MentorX into a global initiative that inspires and nurtures individuals from all walks of life. She is CEO of Lucrate Ventures, mentor of Change Niti Aayog, Government of India, advisor COE, UNHDC, Ministry of Commerce and Trade, Government of India, mentor, Ministry of Education, Government of India, BB Coach, Government of NCT of Delhi Technology Business Incubator, Mauritius. In addition to being recognized as Women Entrepreneur of the Year and receiving Abhinav Sen Gupta Memorial Award, Special Jury Award at an International Educational Icon Awards 2019, Dr. Juneja has been honored with multiple prestigious awards, including Educationist of the Year 2018, Promising Indian of the Year 2019, and Exceptional Woman of Excellence 2020. She has also been recognized as one of the 51st most influential women by Bridge Bhumi Foundation for her outstanding accomplishments in education. We are truly honored to have Nancy ma'am with us today. Her expertise in ethical AI implementation in education and business management is invaluable, and we look forward to gaining insights from her extensive experience in both corporate and educational sector. Ma'am, may I kindly invite you to address us and share your thoughts on this transformative and highly relevant topic.
Dr. Tisha, sorry, I'm interrupting. May I leave in case you permit? Dr. Savita, Madam Hema, can I leave?
It's up to you. It is really great honor to have you on the board for such an ecstatic session. And I feel it was such a data driven and really we had a very thought behind your session that how we can transform our education system with AI. Thank you so much for your presence,
Thanks
sir.
a
Thank you
lot to
so
you,
much,
ma'am.
sir. Thank you so much, Sarji. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Amazing, sir.
It was my pleasure, ma'am, to be with you. Thanks a lot.
Same here, sir. Thank
Wish you
you.
all the best.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Thank you. So, Dr. Nancy, we are waiting for you. You want to share the screen,
Yeah, very
Dr.
good
Nancy?
evening, ma'am. This is really a
Very
wonderful
good
moment.
evening.
Yeah,
Good
Dr.
evening. Good evening.
Really amazing to be here, Dr. Savita, Dr. Nisha, Dr. Hema, and everyone out here who has been there from the hook and nook of the country for wonderful learning. I must say, it feels like I'm sitting in the college itself in Hoshiarpur, and the kind of energy, the kind of agility here, and everyone being so, agile, responsive. I mean, since the lamp lightning ceremony, I've been here and seeing the smiles on each one faces. It'll be really lovely to see more webcams, people on the webcam, so that we can have eye contact, we can have a wonderful interactive session, because today's session is really amazing. That's really amazing. So yeah, let me just try if I can share it out. I've mailed you, and
So
looking
I'm
forward for
also
a powerful.
reiterating with the participant that Dr. Nancy loved to interact with the audience, and moreover, she don't want to talk with the black boxes. So requesting everyone to be on webcam so that we can make these sessions very much happening and exciting, fun, loved, means learning, just making it as a fun. So have bold questions. So, ma'am, you are gonna share screen?
I'm sharing the screen itself.
Right,
It's
right.
really amazing. Yeah, hope it's visible to all. Ma'am, you're on mute.
Yes,
It
yes,
is visible, ma'am.
very much visible.
Wonderful, wonderful. So really amazing to be here. I see many of you here with full energy out there, and definitely, it's one and the same thing. Whether we are in the college itself or we are sitting on the Zoom, ultimately we're learning. It's next generation learning with next generation educators. And I, representing MentorX, I'm so happy that the kind of relationship we have with the university since years, we are fostering it for such a cause at the moment. Moving ahead, I'll just say, just a sec. I'll just say, let the energy go on, and whatever we'll discuss here, we'll be opening to QA session at the end also. We'll be discussing new facets of AI, new trends in education and the business world. And I must say, with one thought, I'll start it all. Innovate or evaporate. That is the saying which goes over. So definitely in the era today, we need to innovate every moment, whether we are educators, whether we are marketers, whether we are anybody. It's not that, only when we're in the corporate world, we are innovating. It used to be that earlier, being, coming from academia, it used to be that, no, corporate world is so versatile. But trust me, the last 10 years, the improvement, the wonderful versatility we have seen in education world, it's gonna be there. And definitely it's so promising that every time we all educators are innovating ourselves, we are learning new ways to teach our own students, so that we are ahead of them, because we know Gen Alpha how they are. We need to match their footsteps to be there. Well, while moving ahead, let's just discuss some important facts upon, as we start today the FDP, and I'm blessed to have the opening session. So, artificial intelligence, transforming of AI from academics to industry. What is artificial intelligence? In layman words, if you can put on the in the chat, it'll be really great. We all know about it, but there was a time when we used to have goosebumps that how AI will come and sweep over all the jobs, how AI will come and change the way we educators evolve. But yes, I believe, I'll say, even thanks to uncertainty that we had years ago, pandemic, that we all were well versed with all these tools of AI. But now we know it. Either we make it or we do it tech way. It is no way out. It is the integral learning, and we need to move ahead like that itself. While I say, we talk about artificial intelligence, there are so many short term modules, courses that we all, as a faculty do. But this gonna be really, I'll say, game changer the entire session, not just my session, because the resource people are coming from different backgrounds altogether. You gonna have knowledge of years together summed up into for you a refined knowledge. And definitely while jotting it down, you can definitely, ask at the end what you are using in daily classrooms, what you plan to use ahead. If you're not using, what you plan to use ahead. We'll be discussing so many things, that how to not just engage students with you, how to make education so interesting that we our own self are proud of ourselves, that yes, in 21st century we take the wholesome responsibility to do our job with utmost responsibility. So I'll say educators, have the responsibility. They have an onus on them. We all know that artificial intelligence comes with pros and cons. When we say what is artificial intelligence, I'll just say the name only suggests artificial intelligence. So we never can compare it with HI. We never can compare it with human intelligence, isn't it? So yes, the technology as well as the man have to go side by side and make it workable. So let's see how it can smoothen our jobs. Let's see how it can make us win, and let's win it together. So I feel it is a, building a platform to engage educators as we are doing right now, right here. So engaging the educators and trainers and working in this AI developers to build AI technology that is specially designed for education and training. Not just this, if you see the tools that you've been using, in your classrooms to boardrooms, nowadays it is everything, starting from smart boards to chatbot to chat GPT to Meta AI, to name a few. But definitely, I would love when you write in the chat what more are you using. I would definitely read side by side. And then, spreading awareness. Not just this, when we are taking each one along, that is what matters. Understanding the human intelligence too, because definitely prioritizing the development of our own human intelligence, that is the focus that we have here. We all want to grow in our field. We really know that by in 2025, and then in less than 2 decades, 70% of entire job, entire structure, be it academia, be it corporate, it will be governed by AI jobs. So AI is not replacing, AI is complementing. We need to adapt it so that we are pro in it and we are able to use it well. So, while we understand the human intelligence, cognitive intelligence, we need to tackle educational intelligence too. It's all about big data today. It's all about ML, Internet of Things, and that just goes on. So, let's just begin exploring the next generation learning. And while we talk upon the next generation learning, if you see the picture right there on your screen, you see the kids engaging with robots. What do you think? Are the kids imitating robots, or it's vice versa? Would love to hear from you in the chat box. Let me just see side by side. So, what do you think all here? That is what is the word happening here? Are the kids, are the educators learning from the robots, or it's the other way around? Wonderful. I saw in the chat that Ms. Daisy Wadhwa has told yes that they use tools like Research Rabbit, Napkin, AI, Notebook. I'm so happy. Vice versa. Very good, Mr. Sham. Amazing. So really nice to see great response. DeepSeek, AI, mail writer. Very good. They're all common now. Notebook, script writer. WhatsApp, AI black box. Wonderful. This is so nice that, we all are well versed, and I believe we all are using it quite well, isn't it? Well, while we see this, let me just figure it out. Yeah. So you're very right. It's vice versa. Here, particular picture, the robots are imitating the human. So if you see, I believe near about 8, 9 years before, I went to Hong Kong for a seminar. And trust me, that time there were robots in education institutions in the malls to guide where is the particular thing, where is the office of the dean. So, that is how the operation works. And that is what we see in India now. If you see the exhibitions here, I hailing from Delhi, you see Yashobhumi or even the MICE Convention Center, Bharat Mandapam, everywhere it's robots to help you out. I don't know how many of you have been here. Definitely would love to see in the chat time and again. You can share your experience that where it was when you saw an entire airport run by robots or entire, you being welcomed by a robot while you were in a hospital, while you were in a public place like mall or an education institution like Harvard University or LSE. So while I say all this, so let's just discuss upon, because definitely it comes with the challenge, it comes with the future trends and so on. So today we're discussing many more things. We're discussing about the trends of AI in education. We're discussing upon the role out there. It is in everywhere. The way you have, told me, I appreciate that, and kudos to everyone who has been so responsive. According to the tools that you're using in your classrooms in higher education, I'm sure. What are you using these tools for? Is it for content development? Is it for customized planning of sessions? It is for pre-planning your sessions. Is it for, updating your own learning and passing to the students? What it is, I would love to read in the chat box. And definitely let's do the action plan right now. Let's just see what is the current model of a teacher's work time journally and how they can, flip the triangle out there. How it goes, you know, it is like sometimes we need to do, all the teachers have to do repetitive, simple tasks. I mean, in my 2 decades of experience as an educator, as a mentor, as a teacher, as a FDP resource, I feel I've used it all, because no one rule applies all. No one rule applies all. We need to be tailor made. We need to have customized things. So that is how it goes. So it depends upon how teachers spend time and break down. Now teachers are very smart. I mean, we all, I'll say a pat on our back right here. We have a AI centric assessment also, and so we have AI support model. I feel before planning my sessions, even today, or even in any of the universities I go in India and abroad, I always plan my sessions with audio visual aids. I always plan my sessions with, making it interesting the way we will do it right now. And it all is by the use of AI. I mean, we can't say I use it here, I don't use it here, or I use one day, then I take a break of a week. It's never like that. It's all integrated. That is how we'll have a holistic education pattern. And definitely, I'll come to the chat time and again. Let me just complete this out. So, while we discuss upon artificial intelligence, providing the meaning to what you are teaching, mastering the data game, I mean, I'll say, like, this is what I put from my level. What are the topic to be discussed in curriculum? But your curriculum is designed by your own self. It is by your expert opinion. It is by your vision. So you need to plan upon how I'm using. You can use, of course, we all are using tools like text to speech to text. I mean, in moment while we think, in ito of a second, we have a content ready, by the tools of AI today. We just have to be creative and mold it. It depends upon how you use it. Definitely, HI, human intelligence, is much more than AI. That's how the creativity lies. That's how it will be. But we need to supervise the use of AI. We'll come to that, and we'll do many insights as how to track, how we can use it. I'll just say there are different AI trends shaping the future of education. To name a few, we'll be discussing, and in the meanwhile, I'll definitely see your response also side by side. Yeah, so many of you have written upon not just this tools. Yes, the kids are getting more tech savvy, and they're communicating with robots, iPad robots, fantastic, wonderful. I love the energy right here. I love the way you've been, the chat box is going like a fire gun, and you are, writing upon. That's how the interaction goes. We'll be opening for a QA afterwards. And definitely, all of you have been using so many of them. Gemini, Grok, very good, wonderful, wonderful. That's amazing. So content creation, you use it for instructional planning. Wonderful. So good. This will make the classroom more interesting. Yes. And why don't we think so that, when we are updated ourselves, when we are tech savvy ourselves, trust me, it increases the respect in the eyes of the students. They know that they are not the age old teacher who want to revamp themselves. We have that relation now with the students, that we talk hand in hand, that you know this, teach me this. I know this, let me teach you this. So this kind of relationship AI has enabled, that teachers are also seeking help of students in something or the other. So yes, we can make lectures very interesting. Thank you, everyone. I can't take all the names, but for getting organized, content with clear understanding. Amazing. I use AI tools for lesson planning, creating interesting assignments for students. Amazing, Miss Daisy. Dr. Santosh, digital content creation. I want to create my lecture more interesting. Wonderful, wonderful. The best for flipping classroom. Amazing inputs by Dr. Savita, Mr. Ajit. Great. So amazing. Really great to see how well we have been using it all. While we move ahead, I'll say, moving from virtual classroom to designing the future of education. I mean, let's just ask ourselves, why system need to change? We are changing. I mean, now we are not into why, how. We have adapted it. We know that this new norm is not that new now more, and we have to deal with it. And better, not just dealing, let's just embrace us as beautifully as we embrace our lifestyle changes. It's a lifestyle change completely in our lives, in our students' lives, and I totally love it. What upon not just, I mean, the time has been so sacred now with AI, that if we really know how to use it, we can do things like this. I mean, gone are the times when you used to make a curriculum and worksheets for the students. Now people can make the whole, write the whole book with the master it out. So why system need to change? Why is next generation learning is so important? Let's just do this to make a framework and set the tone for today's session and for series of session in the days ahead. So, I'll say it's advanced technology, new designs for curriculum. What does next generation learning look like? So we'll cover all of this. Definitely, we're building community. And you know what? I'll request everyone to mute it out. And while we build on community, how does the next generation learning grow? I mean, not just this. Let me just go deep into it, not just framing sessions. How about maintaining the data of your entire alumni? How about taking the resource persons from your alumni only? And who will help you doing that? Maintaining the data. It's all AI. I'm sure many of you must be writing upon how we can, use it in assessment, how we can upgrade our learning, and how we can make this technology, I mean, the lesson plans very interesting, the next generation learning very interesting. So we'll be discussing it all, and this will create the set for the next amazing days that you gonna witness. So it's all about enabling change. How can our education system best enable the next generation learning? While we all know upon AI based tutorial system, personalized learning, automation, voice assistant, smart content, everyone knows about it. I would definitely would love to hear from you. How many of you have been using it part and parcel in daily life? And I am sure there are many. I see many of them behind the curtain would love if they can, on their cameras and interact via we are here. And while we discuss upon all of this, we are using all of them right now. But how they have particularly helped you, I would love to hear that. That how maybe in a situation when you were saying that how I can make my session is looking a little boring and how I can upgrade it. So we need to really, dig to the matter. So let's just discuss the benefits of artificial intelligence in education. I'll say it is 24/7 learning support. As we say, ATM is all time money. I mean, artificial intelligence is all time learning. I mean, you can learn with the flip of second, with a click of button, if you know how to use it well. So, well, while we are, covering all this, I'll say, apart from, data driven insights, apart from access to high quality education resources, support of inclusive education, lifelong learning, all of this innovation and research, personalized learning, there'll be so many things we'll be carrying it forward, because now we'll be covering this slide later. Now, impact of artificial intelligence in education is going ahead with students while they go out of this protective environment of your university to the business world. While whatever you will be teaching them now, whatever they'll be doing it now is the time when they will decide what is right and wrong. I should copy it directly from chat gpt, or I should use my mind. What I should do, I mean, not just this, whatever they will learn and they will make the basics now by you, by this teamed faculty, they will pass on to the company they will head. They will pass on as a team leader to the employees that they have. So I'll say the education is not limited here. AI use in education is not limited to the university. It is not limited to the K-12 education, to the higher education. Wherever we are teaching here is with them since years. So we as educators have it on our shoulders that we need to tell them that how to use the optimum use of it. And should know the thin line out there. It'll be very interesting sessions tomorrow also, when people will tell you what are the new developments in AI. I mean, I'll also be covering in AI in business, that how AI is used in everywhere, whether it's delivering to your home, whether it's healthcare, it's agriculture. But how? I mean, once you're using in education, you will tell the students how they will be using in all the domains. So once the faculty knows about it, only then you'll be able to do it up. That is what we are here for. So while we discuss all this, I feel it's personalized learning. We've covered it all, and how we use particularly AI in examinations. I mean, that is something to be known. I mean, there are college students who really don't study around the year. There are people who are, really use AI in the minimum time possible and making the maximum use of it. So, how to really do that, and how we teachers, we educators can help them do so. So let's move ahead. I believe we all are here to the most interesting part of the presentation. So, we're dealing with Gen X, their sharp mind with adaptive abilities. The students won't be listening if we are, making them learn with the old age methods and old age lesson plans. I mean, they all want change upon, they all want to grab opportunity. How we work is all changing. Of course, the motive is same. The motive is same, but AI is transforming academia. Technology levels, I mean, I feel, while we are discussing that, why we're learning this, why, I mean, all the FDPs, TTPs are so much that they need to learn about business world, they need to learn upon startup world, they need to learn about AI in education, they need to have heck of all knowledge. Gone are the days when only the commerce students used to know about how to use an AI in education and business. I mean, be it humanities, be it any field you choose, AI is right there. We'll be covering it in the business session, in the business model, and you'll be surprised the way, I mean, being a startup India mentor, how we govern and how people use AI right there. I mean, so who are we? We are not marketers, we are not SEO agents, SEO experts, we are not technology experts, we are torch bearers, we are mentors. And this is the experiences only that will make you relevant. Unless and until we use it, I mean, I will definitely tell everyone, all the resource people who will be coming ahead, even in my session ahead, let's try and use it. Let's ask a lot of questions afterwards also, because I feel this is a boon not just for you right now, it is the boon for the entire community as a whole. You're coming from hook and nook of the country, and trust me, when you're going back to with the learnings, it's gonna transform the entire thing. Every way. These are some other of the aspects how we are using AI these days, and definitely, you know once we know it, how we use it, we are able to tell upon to our students, to the next generation, that how you can bridge the gap, not just between academia and industry, but between corporate and academia. I mean, that is the whole way out. And we know all this. We are using it. When we talk upon STEM education in education, for a example, but we are using it without knowing that we are using it. The same way, AI is everywhere. From the moment you snooze the alarm button, from the moment you snooze the alarm button while waking up, that okay, let me just wake up after some time, from the things to do list, from you telling to Alexa, I want this and that in your room, to coming to your workplace, teaching your students, AI is everywhere. AI is embedded in the system right there. So we need to rethink, we need to reimagine, we need to reinvent our ways of working, because it is all revamped. It is all revamped. I mean, we have seen the example very rightly said in the opening ceremony by all our opening speakers, that we never believed that this is gonna happen. But the kind of knowledge, the kind of they have taken the plunge to enlighten all the educators around the corner is really amazing. It's really, really amazing. So, while we covered in today's session each and everything from the resources to the tools to the collaborations, I request there's some disturbance in the back. So, if we can mute, the attendees can mute while moving ahead. So, while we discuss all this, I just want that you go back and see how you used to be in traditional pedagogy. I mean, what was the real difference? I would love if you can be really versatile, and you can put in the chat box also, that how we as educators feel. I mean, traditionally, we used to do pre-class activities and class activities. We used to have all the assessment. I used to take FDP since years out there. But now, what is it that is changing? What is it that even we are not prepared upon? How we can do in flip of seconds out there? I mean, really would love to hear from all of you, that what is the main difference that you see. I mean, I take a lot of uh, off-site seminars, to webinars. I would definitely tell you the difference I feel among the students, among the mentees, among the industry leaders I interact with. But would love to know from you. You can definitely put upon the blended learning system. And most of the time, it's not about for students to be street smart. They're already street smart. It is the other way around. The football is in our court. The teachers need to have the wow teaching skills. They need to equip themselves with everything related to the AI word, whether it's R&D. I mean, they need to really engage, they need to explore, they need to provide that explanation, elaborate on everything, and evaluate their own self, be their own best critic out there. That's how they'll be able to do like, and to just brief little upon, I've just elaborated on this, so that we all can break down that are we doing it. Earlier what we used to do, like brainstorming or asking questions, how are we doing now, cross questioning, engaging them in activities, how the students enrich interest in whatever we're doing. The All of this, I mean, this is just change. Sharing a simple Google Docs, sharing a simple questionnaire before or after this seminar, and with a list of questions and what you've learned, the reflection of this webinar works well. That is really kind of the peak performance, that wow, we have learned it together, and now we are revising it also. That is how it goes. So, well, faculty is already focusing on all these techniques, and I'm very happy that they're using it all. And I'll say, being an educator involves a lot of engagement on very different parameters. So, just focusing upon that. And the entire thing is that, we have a clear task, we have a meaningful content. Nowadays, I feel there's a flip side also. It's a dumping ground of all the ideas, it is dumping ground of all the content. It is like so much content that we need to see what to use, what not. So we need to decide upon, how to make our sessions really personalized and with class apart with differentiation, how to have this wow effect. So this is what matter while we talk upon. And I love to know how many of you, I mean, there must be of different domains, would love to know your discipline also. How many of you use gamification? I mean, mainly some or the other, to how do you differentiate your lesson plan from the way you were already doing? So, would love to have your feedback. While we talk upon the engagement in online classrooms, I believe this is the most challenging part. I am the person who believes in eye contact. I'm the person who understand people from their eyes, even if they don't open their mouth. That's the charm of it. But then the challenge definitely comes when you are talking to people with the black background out there. But then when you're participative, when you are provoking with questions, that is where lies your proficiency out there. So it's overall way of working, which is next generation learning challenges also among the teachers as well as the faculty. Let's go through some of it. Chat, yeah, digital content creation. Wonderful. I want to create my lecture interesting. It's amazing. We're living in a world where pointers and browsers are AI enabled and we all update ourselves. We want to use AI to create interesting content. Very amazing. I'm using AI and Chat GPT, and they're very nice. Wonderful. Great, great. This is really nice. And I believe the people who are voicing their opinion, there are so many who are reading you and who are feeling that if I'm not doing, let me do from today. So that is what happens when we do a first mover advantage. So keep floating your comments out there. AI is useful to me when I stuck to something and I want to explore more. Exactly. Wonderful, wonderful. That's amazing. Great, great. That's amazing. I believe many of you have told your discipline also. Some of you are humanities, some have different management background. Yes, Google Classroom is this. We use lecture to make more interesting. Okay, so we have different backgrounds, pharmacy also, computer science, cohort and classroom. Wonderful. Great. Thank you all for being so interactive. And that is what is known as the two-way communication out there in the AI word also. So the seeds of the future of work are here. So let's just see how we can be more successful out there in our daily task. So I believe that's not no more a challenge. So we're not discussing this. Equity of technology, discipline, we all are good in it. So, I believe we all, this lack of control, maybe we have to take care of the students. Yeah. Otherwise, I believe everything here challenges is being taken care of if in these years. So while I say that yes, time is a constraint in e-learning, I mean, we can always ask students in advance for ideas and suggestions. This will make very interactive, the way we are talking. If we are open to the students also, that okay, let me take your suggestion, that is amazing. Planning for inclusion, clarity in communication, and yes, weekly and monthly assessment. That matters a lot. And that is only possible when we have integrated AI systems. Otherwise, manually, we all know how educators, we keep doing. So, moreover, I'll say today we have, I mean, we need to see the time positive, we need to responsive to the challenges. And as we've introduced to all these norms, we need to see how we need to achieve it. So let's just work upon. And as we are talking today, I feel it's only one word for everyone. I mean, it's improvement, it's evolving, it's exploring. So, I mean, we being the professional educator, I believe we need to felicitate how we can be the next generation teacher. So the entire role of teachers, learners, faculty is changing. It's all globalized learning. The way we are sitting today in a heterogeneous group from hook and hook of the country. Similarly, I mean, we should be a part and we should definitely voluntarily opt for, all these learnings because that's very much available. And they're open education resources which we can be part of. While I talk upon the transparent, technology and devices that we use, I'll say definitely turns for improved student outcomes. While we talk upon AI, we are using it for deep learning, we're using it for data, cybernauts, problem solving, AI, robotics, and all of it. I mean, Industry 4.0, we're using it everywhere. Now, if we say image analysis, I mean, if you can tell in chat some of the your experience while you went on a mall, or probably you were parking in the mall, and they're asking you full details as if you've come to admit in a hospital. Sometimes I wonder why they ask, but we all know where this data goes. I mean, not just this, the image analysis, I mean, on all the social media sites, whether it is LinkedIn or Facebook, Insta, Snapchat, what all everyone use, be it students or be it faculty. It's image analysis which goes on. I mean, the AI algorithm works like anything. I mean, it tells you if someone has tagged you. If someone tagged me in the session only, that we had a good learning out here, I would know even in the small picture that someone has tagged in the universe, not just the word, to me. And that's image analysis. Not just this, we'll be learning ahead in the business class, which will be very interesting, that how from image analysis they can know the entire data, who you are, your bank statement, your ITR, everything. So definitely, personally, I tell not to fill your date of birth or your private information anywhere which is not needed. Rather, I'm the person being academician, I always ask that, boss, if I'm visiting a mall, I don't have to fill my details. It looks like I am applying for a admission in a nursing home. So we need to question it also. We need to see the pros and cons, and that is how it will go. So there are many self-driving technologies. Definitely, we'll be reading this. AI is reading all body reflexes. I mean, you are surprised when we enter somewhere, how upon they read it with a flick of seconds. That is what it matters. Not just this. I mean, people click so many pictures these days, selfies, and so many pictures. And once you do all this, what matters is that the entire whatever you've done, you're leaving your footprints. This session itself, we're leaving the footprints out there that we have interacted with. I mean, around 130 faculty from different corners of the country, and how it all begins. I mean, let's just move ahead and see how AI is changing the entire world. And let's just see not just education, how it is trending the business, be it whatever domain you are, whatever domain you are. It will just change upon the entire work. I mean, while we talk upon AI in education, AI in business world, while we are talking to each other, while we're learning with each other, very interesting fact. I mean, how many of you have your own websites? That's really a question apart from the context. Your own websites, your own logo. If you have a company upon, like of your relatives, or you've seen your family members, of your students, some startups. While we are talking, the people in different, they are AI experts, video off, they're making their own logos. Their website is being made. You don't have to do anything. I mean, the graphic designer already at work. So it's all AI. I mean, all the logos that you see here, it's all made by AI out there. Everything for the matter, the website, the data on the website, which is put, everything out there. So the world we live in is very different. We don't have to go pillar to post to get our work done. Precisely. Be it in education world. Today you are launching a project. Today you're launching one FDP. We need a brochure. We need to circulate all around with a one click. We need to tell people around that we're doing it. Everything can happen with the flip of second. And that is AI doing. So I feel we need to see how it is changing the entire way of education, how it is changing the entire view of the business world. And I'll just say that we all have been using, many of you have written in the chat some tools, and some are here. There's so many you can use. There's so many you can be well versant, and you can learn also from rest of the faculty how to use. Because as well said by the opening ceremony, you all will be a catalyst. That is how it will go. So let's just focus upon how we're using it in a business world. Now, there comes the most important part. I'm a hardcore educationist, but trust me, today I call myself as entrepreneur. Thanks to COVID, 10x growth, 9 businesses, education world, schools, colleges, universities, Startup India Mentor, everything goes on. But I love the way we work. I love the way education, academia, corporate are bridging the gap all over, and they're telling us how we can operate our own businesses. Yeah. We're making better decisions. We are constantly monitoring. Even if I am sitting here, there can be some of my project which is running, and I can monitor it right here. I can monitor my office, how the employees are working. I can definitely improve the speed of my business. How I'm doing it, how I'm multitasker. Gone are the days when we were just there. I'm not telling, I mean, you're doing it all amazing. We all are doing amazing. But today is a era which I love. I mean, if we cannot grow today, we cannot grow anywhere. I mean, this is the golden time in the country where we have maximum collaborations. We have among educators, among business houses, the kind of placements, the kind of opportunities going to the students, the kind of professional development to the faculty. That's wow, what I'm seeing today. It's amazing. I mean, amazing resource people coming from different corners. This all is happening with the advent of AI out there. So, talent management, improved services, new capabilities. We are knowing our own capabilities. And, we'll definitely discuss upon the business model. We'll do some case studies also in the next session, which will be very interesting out there. We'll not, don't worry, we'll have a break also. But I feel if the session becomes more and more interesting, we love to hear, we love to see how we are entering in this brave new world of, you know, I feel computer intelligence. And while you know upon how there has been shift, not just for educators, for so-called influencers, for impact builders, we will do it all. So let's address the business goals right here. I mean, while we discuss, I mean, even if we don't have to do business, even if we don't have to start our own entrepreneurship journey, still, I would love and I will request that you all should have entrepreneurship mind. It's very important to have a fruitful mind, a creative mind, which has so many ideas. That then only you can see ideas and you can access ideas of your students. We are living in a world where we can definitely generate more revenue. We can retain more clients. We can acquire more opportunities. We can, in the same time, cut cost, enhance marketing, improve our ROI, and all of this can be done. How we'll do, we'll definitely look upon. But we need to see and address our business goals. We'll definitely cover how AI helps us in personality analysis also. And what are the top users, top benefits, the needs? I mean, everywhere, whether it's fraud detection, whether it is, you know, your choice. Suppose today, like you're seeing all of this, just talking, giving you an example of customer experience so that you know better. So, suppose today you are surfing on, net and you're shopping online. There's some white, black shirts which are going on. You clicked on blue, and then there's some amount going on 699, 799, then 1799. We are not choosing the higher, we're choosing between 699 and 899. All these shopping patterns, they are stored with them. Now you wonder how you only are seeing the blue color shirt which you clicked, how you are seeing the costing which was 699 to 899 which you clicked. They are not showing you exorbitant, they are not showing you very cheap, but they're showing what you clicked upon. So whatever you click, whatever you say today, it is a footprint, and AI is governing your behavior. This all data is going for R&D research for AI. That is the world we live in. So as we go ahead, I mean, there's so many things. Now we need to really know the action plan out there. I mean, create how we create AI. Uh, I mean, analyze and evaluate it, use and applying it, and we'll do it all. We all are doing it, but we'll do it all again. We'll see how each other we can complement each other. And with this, This one thing that we are responsible for, very important. It is so important that we, maintain the privacy. Protecting the student data is very important in the age of AI. The ethics is very important. Foundation, how you use basic AI concepts like machine learning, large language models, and how you have a thin line between where to use it and where not to use it. That's also very, very important. So let's discuss the action plan, which is the most important. So today, while we discussed all this, I mean, we have different learning today. I will request you all to put on the chat your interface with AI. What is your next objective? What is your next objective? What to learn? Which tool to learn or how to apply? Because then we'll break in task. What you need to achieve in the goals, even the success criteria, how you will identify your success, the time frame you need to put upon the date, how I will complete the task. The best thing is there's a thought, whatever get measured, get improved. Whatever get measured, get improved. I repeat again, I mean, you can be your best critic. So when you measure your performance as an educator, it's not we'll wait for the head of the university to tell what are you doing. We're doing that. We are responsible for students and we are responsible for our own self also. We need to set the time frame that when I'm completing this task, we need to set the three priorities of the day. And AI helps us so much, I mean, to set the things to do list, to access it, how we are doing it. So that is what matter. So many of you have already said that yes, digital footprints, that we are there on LinkedIn. That's very good. Whatever, yeah. So I'll just say one thing to everyone out there. It is making your presence felt. I'm not talking about the so-called influencer world that the students are living in. That's a fictitious one. We all are impact builders. We are educators. Today, the whole purpose of sitting here, the whole purpose of going through what people are doing, what I'm doing, it's a self check. We need to do a tick that yes, I'm using this tool. I don't know this. I don't know this tool. I want to learn it. And then we need to see how we can measure our own performance. How we can measure our own performance. That is what we need to see. As we move ahead, I'll say we'll open to QA. You can put in the chat, and we'll definitely love to hear more of you. And we love to tell entirely to many of the people, many of the examples also. I would love to talk to you, and I will, hear from you. As I told, I had a good experience of that. A robot was telling me in Bharat Mandapam that where is stall number this, who is the CEO of this company, where it is. That is what matters. That is what matters in today's world. What was your experience of using out? And not just this, I feel make it till the time you take it. Tech it, TECH. That is the word out there. So I believe while we talk upon AI robotics, it's like human edge in the AI world. It's like, when we say go global but be local. I mean, we need to use our own principles, our own values, our own intelligence, and we need to integrate it with the AI. We need to see the latest trends in education, we need to see the latest trends in industry, and that's how we go upon. I'll say, I don't know how many of you have heard upon, let's just talk upon Sophia. How many of you have heard upon Sophia? You must have, I believe. Let me just see in the chat if people are out there. Yeah. So it's like if I Dr. Nancy Taneja, I am taking the session here. There is a possibility that there's someone from my name exactly looking like me is taking a session somewhere else. I'm so happy that many of you have written yes, and I've met her, my own self, and trust me, that is wow. That is like human being. I mean, seeing your reflection in them, and you can, modify them according to your own self. What more have you seen apart from robots? I mean, Sophia, I mean, so many of them. I mean, they're timeless mantras, I'll say, to use AI for your success. But what? What next? what is the height that you've seen that, okay, now I never knew that can be used in education too. And that is all about it. So let's just, see from you. And as we move ahead, we open for QA session. You're most welcome to ask upon also, or to put on the, chat GPT. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Rajit. That's 3D version of your own self to come live and discuss. Take first. Yeah. Okay. That's wonderful. That's really nice. And as we move ahead, I'll say whether it is generative AI, whether it is any, I mean, it's shaping the future of education, and that is what matters. So we believe we are open. Thank you. Thank you so much for being such lovely, I'll say audience. And it's always learning from each other. I would love to hear from you also. And we are open for questions. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. And as we have the next session also, I'll definitely request everyone to be more proactive here also. And then we'll take a short break and probably come, again, if without a break possible, that'll be great. That is it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I mean, we're always there for every one of you. We really want that, you can make your own programs. I read a question about mathematics. So whether it is any of these subject, bio, mathematics, which is very laborious, so definitely you have to use AI to do it. I mean, you can ask upon that how I'm making the session of some particular equation, and that's how they guide you. Make one, use one, see how you're able to adapt with the students, refine it, mold it, because the educator does it all. It's not that, okay, you made something, you made a PPT, you made a program with AI, and you're sitting on it for years. In today's world, how much data, how much update you are. I mean, 12, I mean, at night you will see that all this has gone obsolete, because there's someone who is given more knowledge out there. So it's so important, it is so important to be well versed with what is happening. The way I started, innovate or evaporate, that just goes upon. So I'm really happy to see everyone being so participative. We are open for QA, if any, Dr. Nisha, and otherwise we'll probably move for a short break. And if not, if really you don't need a break, and I will ask Dr. Savita with their permission,
Ma'am, for
we
sure,
can
you can
definitely
have a break.
start the business
Uh,
classes. Okay.
in between, we shall be sharing some questions with participants.
Rather, I would also love to, you can also share, ma'am,
Dr.
with them. And I would also love to, put some across if possible.
Sure, ma'am.
Nisha ma'am, let
Yes.
others participants also join so that we can have the bio break of just 5 minutes so that they rejoin.
Thank you. That'll be
Yeah,
great.
yeah. So
I really don't want that we go for a long break, because the memento
Yeah.
is built up, the people are dwelling into knowledge, the chat box is all there. So I really want to see how they
Yeah.
will learn the business model, how we will implement. That'll be a
Yeah.
real workshop with the case
True,
study.
Ma'am, in
true,
fact,
true.
your
So,
session was really very engaging and informative. It was really very
yeah,
nice.
truly,
Thank you
truly,
so much. I feel it's just the beginning.
Sure,
truly.
ma'am.
I add the same in Dr. Nisha's voice. So truly, it was, no doubt loaded with information. And the question answers, which we have already from your some after bio break, so they can have the that.
So, ma'am,
quizzes.
should I share the questions first? The quiz first, and then
Yeah,
I'll give a break of
yeah,
5 minutes.
After
So, Nitika, ma'am?
after 5 minutes, you can float the quizzes.
Okay, ma'am. Then
That will be
surely
better.
then we take a break of 5 minutes. We'll come back after 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
True.
Sure.
Right,
Thank
right.
you.